Alright, I think we should be back. Some kind of error there for me, at least. I think the original stream is toast. Just try and double check that and see if I can work out what's happened here, but... As Pig has almost lost the car there. Was very, very nearly within that kind of slipstream range of Jack, but he's throwing it away, so he's going to have to do all that work again in the final few laps. As P. Crichton picks up a time penalty, that's critical for this pair. As Jack is still within that window in terms of jumping him on penalties. It's very close though. Pete is a little bit faster, so Jack is going to have to push really hard over the last 3 laps to stick with him. Yeah, it does look like the original stream is just completely toast, so sorry about that one. No idea what has caused that error. Seemed to be a problem on PlayStation's end, but yeah, so we got just a couple laps remaining here in the Red Bull Ring, and it's amazing how out front he had a brilliant battle with the 2 Mercedes drivers earlier in the race, but it all fell apart for Mercedes in the pit stop window. And amazing how he was able to put a couple cars between him and the other drivers and then the 2 Mercedes guys, and then was able to pull away from there. Some really fantastic tense battling in the opening laps of the race, but you know, they were nose to tail, that trio, and battling all the way to the pit stops of lap 13. But yeah, just the way those pit stops worked out, amazing how it gained a huge amount of time. And then the second round of pit stops going on to the intermediate tires. Look how wet it is, by the way. See if anybody makes a gamble onto the wet tires. Yeah, Banana Josh has gone for it as the only one. It's not really long enough left in the race for that to make up a huge amount of time, but I mean, if you're outside of the points, might as well take a gamble and see if one or two people crash as the rain comes down harder and harder. But yeah, I mean, just the way those pit windows worked out, and obviously Jack losing a huge amount of time in the pit stop. He lost about 12 seconds to Amazing Hour. Went in front of him and came out 12 seconds behind, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened with his pit stop. I didn't catch it, but it was very, very unlucky to him. Still finds himself in 4th place though, which is a pretty good result all considering. Him and Piga in 4th and 5th, they'll be ecstatic with that. I mean, that was the pair that survived the turn 1 chaos. It really was turn 1 chaos, and well, they were able to capitalize hugely from it, gave them a massive number of positions on the soft tires, and then were able to make it to the rain. So yeah, I have to wonder possibly for the likes of, you know, someone like Contrast, if they had, you know, if he'd been able to avoid that wing damage, you know, what could have been, considering that soft tire strategy was probably the strategy to be on. I'm sure the number of the drivers are kicking themselves now that they chose the super softs, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah, Jack and Pega will be ecstatic with 4th and 5th if they're able to hang on to that. Obviously some penalties are still to come into play, but long ago lost count of that as we watch Amazing Hour. He's had another great drive, some great pace, you know, had a lot of fun with the Mercedes guys earlier on. And after the pit stops, it's really just about consolidating that lead. Ryan's final couple of corners to win 4 in a row here in Season 4. Certainly was a hard-fought win for him, but there we go. Amazing Hour crosses the line. It is 4 in a row for the Sauber driver. 100 points on the board after 4 races. The perfect start. Darren will come around and finish in 2nd place. I know that he has at least 1 penalty, but we'll see how many he has. Quite a lot, actually. He might be at risk, possibly, from Pete. If Pete doesn't have any penalties, I think he has 1 or 2. Yeah, he does. So, yeah, then we got Jack coming home in 4th place, followed by Piga, who actually steals 4th from him on penalties. He's only just behind Pete Crichton as well. Look at that. So Piga very, very close. Contrast finishes in 6th. He's had half a front wing for the whole race. Somehow he gets 6th. I have no idea how he's managed that. Harry Tomato in 7th. Crossy in 8th. Oh, Crossy, not in 8th. I don't think he's made it to the line. Crossy's crashed out of the final corner on the final lap, and he's going to lose the positions. Here come Plebs and Dynamite. 3 positions for them. Crossy is just, well, he's absolutely bottled it. He's about 50 metres short of the line there. And he's not even going to get any points, because Sir LGB is still on the lead lap. And he will come home for a very unexpected P10. Wow. Well, that's one way to finish the race. And unfortunately for Crossy, he wasn't quite able to slide across the line. He just came a bit short, losing the car there out of the final corner. No idea what happened there with him. I think he just lost it, but yeah, utterly strange incident. And he's throwing himself away 4 points with it as well, which would be really, really crucial for him. Currently sitting in 10th place in the championship in that sort of midfield scrap. 4 points there is worth a huge amount. He's only got 7 on the board so far, and he's throwing those away. So, yeah, not ideal. Not ideal for Crossy, but very ideal overall for Amazing Hour. 4th win of the season. And Darren, with a huge number of penalties, ends up actually 22 seconds off the back. I mean, this trio were right together for the whole first part of the race, and you look at the final result, you never guessed it. Pete in 3rd on the podium as well, with Piga and Jack. Obviously, they'll be really, really happy with those results. They'll be ecstatic, and in contrast with half a wing. No idea how he's gotten sick there. Hair Tomato with another really good result. That's his 3rd 7th place in 3 races this season. He missed Bahrain, but he's finished 7th in every other race, so he's beginning to make a bit of a name for himself in that position. Plebs, Dynamite, LJB in the final points-paying positions, and Crossy, well, crashing in the final corner, the final lap. I don't think there's much else to really say about that one. Just unfortunate. This is all you can really say. But yeah, that was a really interesting race, interesting strategy coming out, plenty of great battling up front, bit of chaos further down the field that we barely caught, just due to how close the battling was up at the front. But yeah, it is another Amazing Hour win. It's a good try from him. He was able to stick with the Mercedes, battle with them, and then the moment and opportunity. That's the critical thing this season. The Mercedes driver's always been very close in the first stint, but the moment the pit stops come around, Amazing Hour gets a bit of an opportunity, and he capitalised on it in a way that the Mercedes guys haven't been able to. So for Darren and Pete, that's surely what they need to look at for the remainder of this season if they want to start really taking the fight to the Sauber driver. But yeah, if you want to watch more racing on the AOR channel, then go ahead and check out the Xbox stream. They always have some pretty good racing over there. And then, of course, we will have the European leagues tonight. So that'll be the F1 leagues at 7 p.m, 8 p.m, and 9 p.m. for PS4, PC, and Xbox, respectively. And then we'll have every other tier, so F2 and downwards, will be at the standard 8 p.m. time. That is, of course, all UK time. And then we've got the PC American split late, and that's at 1 in the morning UK time. I think it's 8 p.m. East Coast. And yeah, those guys always put on a good show as well if you want to watch some more racing on the AOR channel. But yeah, thanks for joining me for round 4 of the season. Really interesting race, and I will see you all next week for the British Grand Prix, and we'll see if anybody is able to take the fight to Amazing Hour and stop his win streak. But thanks for joining me, and hope you all have a great Sunday.